What is up, YouTubers? This is Too Slow. I probably shouldn't be recording because I'm about a little bit late to work, but it's fine. It's whatever. Just want to give you guys a little update. Damn. Got 196,000 on the odometer, and we got 3,734 miles. But I'm gonna crank the wheel all the way to the right. Yeah, I'm still having idle issues. I need to change the throttle body on this, or either the gas cable, the pedal cable. So it actually looks like we still have that power steering leak. I believe it's gonna be the O-ring inside the 90-degree angle coupler from the tube, I guess you can say. I think it's gonna be the coupler, the one that comes from the top of the power steering reservoir, the one that comes down and into the pump. There's like a 90-degree angle coupler. There's a O-ring inside of it. I'm not too sure. I don't think I've replaced that one, but I'm gonna have to replace it because I've already put a new hose clamp on it, and it's still leaking. So I believe that's gonna be the main issue. I don't know, hopefully it is, because that's right now the only leak I have. I'd rather have that leak than the timing chain cover one. Excuse me while I throw this into my yard. I'll pick it up later. But that's the only leak we have for now. I guess I'll look into it later. I'm trying out a new setup. This camera, it looks like it's shaking a bit, so I'm not too sure how the video footage on it's going to be like. But I'm trying out different things here, okay? I'm trying to do like some sort of like talks, like I talk about the Corolla and the Celica on my way to work, and I'm just recording over here like my whole dashboard area and whatnot. But hopefully I'm looking straight at the lens, because I tend to like drift into the actual camera view rather than the actual lens itself. But I'm trying out new things here, people. I'm trying to do different changes for the channel and whatnot. Trying out new things, trying out new equipment. I got this this camera phone mount off eBay. Didn't cost much, it only cost $8, but I can see why it only cost $8. It feels like the camera is shaking a little bit too much, but I won't know until I upload the actual image. Same with this thing right here. It was meant for GoPros. It's not meant for bigger cameras like this that I have mounted on it, so I feel like that one's also shaking too much. So if anything, I'm probably gonna have to invest in GoPros, because that seems like the only thing that's relatively tiny and can actually record at pretty good quality. So the deal with that Supercharged Celica was, get this, I didn't say the whole story. I didn't say the whole story as to what happened with this Supercharged Celica when we went to go buy it. But let me see, what day was it? It was Thursday. Thursday night, we made an agreement, me and the guy, that I was gonna come over and look at this Celica. Cool.
of my mistakes not to bring a simple tool set, I guess you could say. I only took a flashlight, my Harbor Freight flashlight, which is actually pretty good. I highly recommend you guys pick one up. Took my flashlight, and I'm looking at this Celica. He starts it up. Supercharger sounds awesome. He revs it up a couple of times. I didn't want to test drive it at the time because I did not have any cash on me. I let him know, yo, I'm not gonna buy it today. I just came to look at it. If it interests me, then we can most likely work out a deal, and I'll come back another day and pick up the vehicle. So he was okay about that. He wasn't tripping. The guy was really cool. And he showed me the vehicle history and all this bullshit and whatnot. He showed me all the boxes for the upgrades that the car has. It's a very clean Celica. The inside, it's showroom quality. The leather seats are in pristine condition. This guy, I'm pretty sure, I hope it was this guy, but I think it was the previous guy that took way much better care of it than the current owner, or the previous owner, because technically Joseph is the current owner now. But I didn't test drive it that day. I didn't. So I was like, whatever, I don't have money. I'm gonna respect the guy's decision, you know. So we made a deal. We were like, okay, I'm gonna come on Thursday and I'm gonna buy the vehicle. Okay. So I go Thursday. Was it Thursday? I'm not sure. I'm getting the days mixed up. But anyways, I think it was Thursday when I went to go buy the car. I had the cash with me. And I asked the guy, hey, since I have the cash with me, can I test drive the vehicle this time? And he throws me a curveball and is like, for insurance purposes and security reasons, I'd rather not let that happen. If you want, I can show you the vehicle. I'll go test drive it. You can sit in the passenger seat and, you know, you can see the car. I'm like, what? So I was like, okay, but you're gonna have to do a hard pull. Like, I'm not gonna buy this car if you do not engage Lyft and do a pull with this supercharger. I want to hear the supercharger whine loud. So he's like, okay, I can do that. I can make that happen. I get on the passenger side. He gets on the driver's side, obviously. We drive the car. We go around the block, and he does a couple of regular, I guess, not lift pulls, but he does a couple of high RPM pulls. Supercharger sound is so good, like nice. And then I tell him, okay, hit red line and shift hard, or shift, you know, down a second, then a third. So he was like a little like hesitant. He was like, ugh. And so, well, before I get to that point, the original issue with this Celica was that there was apparently a crack on the timing chain cover, and that's why this Celica was spewing oil out of its timing chain cover. He tried to show me, but because I kept going at night to look at this car, I couldn't see it with my flashlight. Everything would just, the reflection would just bounce off the stupid bullshit. So I couldn't really see that much. I couldn't really see this crack he was talking about. But that was because there was no crack to begin with. He was just trying to make me a fool. I guess I fell for it, you know? Maybe I'm a fool. I couldn't see this crack. But I took his word for it. So that happened, and later on, when we were test driving it, he did the pull. First to second, felt so good. Like, I actually was like, oh crap, like, this thing pulls. And the supercharger whine sounds so nice, combined with the Tier D exhaust the vehicle had. Then from second to third, oh my god, I can't believe it, this guy did this. This guy misshifted second to third and dropped it back to first. Like, are you kidding me? I'm right here on the passenger side. And I saw this guy misshift this vehicle at high RPM from second to third, going from second to first, and all you hear is like the car dying. The car died, and so it sounded like it stalled. Like nothing catastrophic. I didn't hear nothing catastrophic, like a bang, like something that went bam, or a bang, or just noises. The car just died. It just stalled. I thought he had maybe, I don't know. But anyways, car stalled. I saw before he did the second to third. When he did second to first, his check engine light flashed. I saw on the dashboard his check engine light flashed and his oil pressure light came on. So I was like, oh fuck, he just destroyed this oil pump. He destroyed this oil pump. Poor 2ZZ. So we pulled to the side and he's like, oh man, I knew it, I should have done that. I knew it, I should have done that. Hold up. He's like, I knew it, I shouldn't have done that. And so we're on the side of the road and he tries to start the car and all you hear is the starter. You just hear the starter spin. You don't hear the crank turning, you don't hear nothing else. You just hear the starter spinning. And so I was like, ah shit, he probably did kill his engine. And so I told him, well, I'm not buying this car full price no more. I'll tell you that much. And this guy's like about to shed a tear, and I made this comment, and so he's like, well, can you at least help me push it back to the house? I'm like, okay. I mean, I have no choice. I'm kind of stranded here with you. This guy, we were like an hour away from his place. It was brutal. It was brutal. We had to push this car, not an hour, a mile. We were, holy shit, imagine if I said that. We were a mile away from his house, so we pushed this car back to his house. And so he's like, well, can you still buy the car? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this guy was smoking something. And so I was like, well, now I gotta get a tow truck to take it out of here, you know. And it's like, we ended up working out a deal. And so I ended up picking the car up for $3,200. He brought it back down from the $4,500 original price down to $3,200. And so that's when Joseph and I went the following day, Friday. Yes, it was Friday we went, and we got there, we did the paperwork, we exchanged information and all that. And so we had to wait. I don't want to remember this day, but we had to like get a tow truck, and this tow truck did not get here till like what? I didn't get home till like 4, so it was like 4. This tow truck did not get to us till 3 in the morning. This is in San Jose. This tow truck did not get to us till 3 in the morning. We were at this guy's place. I had gotten off work, so I arrived at the guy's place around 7:30. I was there till 7:30, all the way till 3 in the morning. Yeah, I was there all the time, and Joseph came, or I forgot how it happened, but anyways, we ended up waiting so long for this tow truck that we did not get home till 5 in the morning. We didn't get home till 5 in the morning. I had work in a couple of hours. I only slept for 2 hours, and then I had to come to work. That day was so bad, I don't want to relive it. It was just horrible getting this car back here. And then these guys that were towing the truck, they were cool and all, you know. They were like, oh, you gotta take off your bumper, you're not gonna clear. They did an amazing job getting the vehicle on the tow truck without scraping anything. Yeah, I was burned out that day. Then that's the story of this supercharged Celica that is now in my backyard, and we are trying to figure out exactly what is wrong with it. If I made a video before already of what exactly is actually going on with this 2ZZ, but just to quickly summarize it, what ended up happening with this 2ZZ was the dowel pin on the crank had, I guess, broken off a piece, a chunk from the crank where it sits. So now this dowel pin is like moving left to right. So what ended up happening was the crank pulley, a whole chunk of it broke off, and it was free spinning. The pulley was free spinning in the where the crankshaft is at. So it destroyed the crank seal, and that's where the oil was coming out from. Not this cracked timing chain cover. It was this destroyed crank seal. I guess the guy didn't torque down the bolt properly, and so it was becoming loose, and it was just eating away at this seal. And that's when this dowel pin got enough play for it to pop out of its place and break off a piece of the crank pulley. And that's where we're at right now. I took it all apart. I found the dowel pin inside the timing chain cover. We checked the bearings on the crank. Some do look not that great, but I mean, they're okay. Oil pump is safe though. He did not destroy the oil pump. So now what we have to check to see is if because the crank, the bottom sprocket had popped off the dowel pin. That bottom sprocket was just free spinning with the crank. So now what we have to do is remove the head from the block and see if the pistons actually bent the valves. So that's our next step. We haven't got to that. Maybe next week I'll get to it, but for right now, we're just trying to save up. He's trying to save up money to buy a new flywheel, a new clutch, because the clutch on this 2ZZ Celica was, oof, it was almost gone. So he's saving up money for that. He's buying ARP bolts for everything needed. It's gonna be a really good Celica. We're gonna make this car good. So this video is a little bit too long now. I'm almost close to the 20-minute mark. If you guys made it to the end of this video, thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification button, share this video. Thank you guys for watching.